What's up? What's up? YouTube, Instagram, Ask Small Web. I'm back again, man. Checking out. I finally got a chance to see the Haney fight, man. Haney with Gamboa. Man. And the reason I watched it was because my man was ragging on him. Um Shucks. Um Boy, I get these names lost, man. Young boy, dang, he beefing with him on he want to fight him. Actually, he ain't beefing with him. He trying to get a fight with him. He said he'd tame the young boy. What's his name? Russell, Gary Russell. But so I had to watch the fight. I didn't see it. I did a video on it earlier before the action, but I actually watched it, and wow, wow. I I watched it because Russell said it was a boring fight, and that if he would have came with him with that, he would have whipped him. But man, this was not a boring fight. It was a boring round, probably the most boring round of the whole year. But the fight was not boring. The fight was, after you understand it, it was like really it explained itself very well. Both fighters, you get to see a lot about Devin Haney in this fight. I compared him to Ray Robinson, but let me check this out to clarify. When I say Ray Robinson, I'm not. It's minus the power, and there's a reason for that. He's power. He got power like Ray Robinson, but it just don't come off um, like a terror. It don't come off like a Mike Tyson. But it's dangerous because the more you push it, the more you get from him. And I like that type of fighter. That's how I train my son. My son got a lot of resemblance of Haney. I'm gonna start studying him more. He came up authentic, and all I see is Roger Mayweather when I see Devin Haney. It's all I see. It's like memories of Roger Mayweather. And when I see other fighters, even Tank, trying to get more defensive and stuff in this style, I see Floyd Mayweather Senior. I see Senior. So I don't see Floyd Mayweather as a trainer. I see Junior. I don't see him as a trainer. I see Roger and Floyd Senior. I see their styles and fighters who trying to be more defensive and more responsible. Roger was more. Devin Haney is more Roger. He's not defensive, but he's not a defensive fighter, but he's a defensively responsible fighter. Meaning he does more offense than defense, but his defense is always there. He's always conscious before and after. Floyd Mayweather Sr. is different from his brother. He's super defensive. He regardless at the end of the day, he ain't gonna lead his business hurt up. He want to get paid, not get hurt, and kill his opponent. And if his opponent don't die, whatever, he not gonna risk his health for it. That's what I see in Floyd's style. Very defensive and unique at the same time. Now, what I got here is I got both of them separated, Gamboa, and then I got Haney. Uh, at first, the first round, Devin took it easy. Um, um, he didn't jump on the old head in the beginning. Uh, After a while, going through the first round, you can clearly see that this was a test for Haney. It wasn't so much to see him just jump on his old head, because he knew this was like, whoever matched this matchup knew that this was an emotional match for Haney. So he wasn't going to go in there and just tear his old head up. So the old head was backing up and showing a lot of respect in the first round, because he thought it was going to be, the young boy get punched in the mouth by the old head. So he snapped and he go and tear him apart. But no, Haney was looking like a tiger. It reminded me of, right there I started saying, man, he looked like um, 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 he looked like Sugar Ray Robinson, with his style, his poise, and his ability and his rhythm. He was looking good. The way his footwork. If he is the real master. So he was being tested to see if he was the real master with multiple gears, being able to step it up when he need to and put it down to the level of his fighter. And he was doing that well in the first round. Gamboa was scared. Gamboa was too much respect. In the second round, too much respect. But at the end of the round, second round, Gamboa took one of Haney punches and was like, wait a minute, this young boy that can't even punch, man. He was like, yo, man, why am I giving him all this respect? So he came out in the third round and he tried Gamboa. He came out with a little bit more less respect, and he started going forward on Haney in the beginning. Okay, by the second round, so like I said, in the second round, he couldn't hurt Gamboa. And at the end of the round, it really showed because he landed that one smackaroo, but he couldn't knock him out. So Gamboa saw that, and he couldn't take a shot, or that he could take a shot because Gamboa was taking them shots, and like when he finally got hit, we took it easy, like it wasn't nothing. So Gamboa started moving forward. Still, he did it with a lot of respect, not punching and remaining committed in there, double punches. And Haney was the same way. Haney with pot shot, he wouldn't stay in there to mix it up. And it wasn't because he was scared. It was just his style. Like I said, it was Ray Robinson. It was footwork was so beautiful. Ray Robinson type person had to come in, land a hard punch, and be able to move around and land another hard punch, and move around again and land 100 hard punch. But Gamboa ain't that type of fighter. The way you going land a punch and move and land another punch. Gamboa, the type of fighter you got to stay in there and trade with him to knock him out. You got to take one and give one, but that didn't happen. Haney just didn't train for that type of fight. He wasn't staying in there. Look more. He wanted to kill. Okay, by the fourth round, like I said, he looking like Ray Robinson without the power at first. And we know Devin Haney got power for what's his name to say that he don't have power when that was one of the criticisms that the young boy well, he an old head now, but he a young boy to me. Gary Russell said that Haney don't have no power, but that's a lie. We know he got power, and he got power. He just don't use it on every occasion. He don't. He's not a fighter. He's a boxer. He's really, and that's just how he do. Really good Tank. Then I put Tank in. Tank will not fight this dude. He is too defensively responsible. Take it, land that mega blow. Okay, so I was trying to compare Tank to Devin Haney, and as far as why they never matched up, because Tank is a surprise prize fighter. He hits you with that punch you don't see and send you out. One punch, both hands. But you can't do that to a person who's too defensively responsible. It's really hard. That's like Thomas Hearns trying to knock out Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler is too defensively responsible for him to continue to hit him. And Marvin Hagler had power himself. So that's how I see Devin Haney. Devin Haney is like more like a Marvin Hagler. He is defensively responsible. He's going to box. He got the footwork. He's going to move around. But he does have the power to defend himself if need be. But if he don't get in position and defend himself, he's just going to get the points. I don't know if Marvin Hagler will be a great example of that, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. All right. So, part 2 of this. Haney, by the 6th round, tried his power to slow Gamboa down. He went to the body and tried to slow Gamboa down. That's a smart move early in the fight. You want to test that body because Gamboa wasn't really doing nothing, like coming forward. Gamboa was showing too much respect the whole fight, but you wonder why he was showing that respect. It's probably because it didn't look like it, but he knew that the young boy can really punch. He just wasn't gonna test it. Hand hurt the old vet, but Haney wasn't hurting the old vet. I don't know why the old vet didn't come in. He just wasn't hurting him, even when he was landing solid punches. Uh, Gamboa was showing his strong chin, that Cuban chin. You know, yes, this was the most boring round of the whole fight. Yeah, this sixth round was like super boring because they both. It was like in an intermediate stage where you don't know who gonna do what to make something pop off. It was like Haney, you know, didn't get threatened enough to really unleash more than one punch, and he wasn't committing. And then Gamboa wasn't going forward enough to take a punch to commit. They was both scared of the second punch for whatever reason. I say scared lightly because but the old head is still tired and confused, but not even hurt a little. So Gamboa was tired and confused, but he wasn't even hurt in that round. So seventh round, at this period, Gamboa is as, same thing I've been saying in the beginning. He don't want to commit too hard because the kid will make him look bad, or he may even hurt him. But he just bringing the fight just enough to keep it going. Haney looked like he can't punch. There's the potential to be the next Ray Robinson. Haney was looking like a really thorough boxer in the seventh round. That's why I noticed he looked like Ray Robinson, his footwork and just his aura, his rhythm. But he is still looking very immature, jumping all over the ring. He was doing a lot of extra movement too. And the difference between Ray Robinson is he got that smooth move in and out and move around circles, but he smashed you when he hit you. Haney was doing all of that. It seems to just test Gamboa and not really sit down and punch with him. Ray Robinson sit down and punch with you and do all that other stuff. He was a multiple style fighter. He boxed and punched. A real definition of a boxer puncher is Ray Robinson because he box, punch, take punches, give punches. He grind his teeth. He stay in there and rumble with you, or he'll just box circles around. He does what he want to do, not what he has to do. Haney looks like he has that ability, but doesn't have a mind yet. He's still very immature on that mentally. It's almost like he's still a little prodigy. He's not ready for the pros yet. For the kill. Okay. This we have to ask Gamboa. I would like to ask Gamboa if I could do a interview with him. If I would like to ask the Gamboa who he thinks would win out of Tank and Haney, because he fought both of them. He felt both of them. He know the dangers of both of them. He know the skill set of both of them. I want to see. And the knockout don't really matter all the time, because you knock me out don't mean you can knock Devin Haney out. So can Devin get the points on you before you try to knock him out? That's the question. So at the end of the day, I want him to answer that question, because I want to know if Devin Haney is the real deal. Is he really a tiger in there? Is he really that type of fighter where he can hurt you if he want to, and he don't want to if he don't have to? He just outbox you, very defensive responsible, or is Tank, really defensive responsible, and we just can't tell because he knock you out. So whatever. Ask my wedge. Subscribe. Check my YouTube channel out. I do it because I love it. I don't do it because I have to. Just having fun, sharing my experience in boxing, my years of putting the time in with a lot of people. I don't tell y'all half of what I've been through and who I am. But yo, I'm going to let you be the judge of that by getting to know me. Never judge a man by his cover. Peace.